New Mexico is one of these unbelievable places. When they say the land of enchantment for an elk hunter, it is the land of enchantment. Lots of public land, quality elk, and the fact that we have so much public land, you can just go and do it. When I'm hunting, the great part is the hunt itself. Planning the hunt and seeing it happen. The memories that are created in the process.
The United States has over 200 million acres of public huntable land. Well, Randy will only need a tiny fraction of that this week in his pursuit of a bull elk in the National Forest of New Mexico.
On your own hunting does not happen anywhere else in the world because we have no other places in the world besides the United States where this conservation ethic has built this public estate where the on your own hunter for very little money can go and participate.
There's no way I'm gonna make it and get that tent set up tonight. I've been on the road for 14 hours yesterday and 12 today. Under the stars tonight, I'm afraid. Oh well, that's hunting. Woke up this morning after sleeping under the stars and it is just amazingly beautiful. Just by chance slept out in this big open park with all this grass and flowers and ponderosa trees and mountains. Very, very pretty. This is what I live for. We're on our own, doing it our way, dirty, dusty, cold, wet, but it's gonna be very, very fun. I love it here. This is why I come here. If you don't see elk, you see this, and it is so cool. Man, what a beautiful spot. And I got here 3 hours late, so Joe, my buddy who I'm meeting with, is out looking for me. The logistics of an on-your-own hunt. Joe, where are you? Ooh, hey, what do we got here? Joe, am I ever glad to see you? Oh. Good to see you, man. It is good to see you. You were probably wondering where I was. Joe and I are good pals, been hunting together a long time. And Joe and I are able to come down early. Jerry and Scott are coming down tomorrow night. Jerry doesn't even have a tag, but he comes along and does the calling. Come down, we scout, we get ready to go. This is always the hard part. Hopefully find what we're looking for. Get after the elk. Coming out west and hunting is so doable. You just got to figure it out. It's the same as when you hunt at home. It's a new spot, same tools you use at home, same tools you use here. That's what I did. I've never been here before. And when we find what we're looking for, we get after it. We go there, we work it, we work it, we work it. Last month they were rubbing the velvet. Usually they'll have a whole series of these rubs on the ridges that they like to run, so. Oh, I just heard a bugle right down here. There's a bull right in there, probably somewhere in a half mile of here. You just get glimpse here, glimpse there. They're bugling a little bit. It's not really peak rut, but I know we're gonna get in on them. And just, we gotta work that much harder is all. Since it's a scouting day, I don't wanna push too hard because if I push them out of here, they'll just move away. Wow, this lake isn't even on the map. I have been finding some of the most unbelievable water places to set up for these elk. It is gonna be so good. There's no human tracks, no one's been in here. I circled the lake. I've probably found a dozen fresh wallows, and there just are elk all over here. I've never found an elk hole like this before. The value of scouting pays off again. Can't wait to show Jerry this one. He's not gonna believe it. I'm waiting for him to get here because I want to show it to him. He's gonna be really excited when he sees it, and hopefully we can make something go of it and hunt tomorrow. Season starts. All right, gentlemen, Look, pre-season is over. Let's go. Let's go.
What?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
On this hunt, I have one of my greatest of all time friends since we were in diapers, my buddy Jerry Pritchard. We grew up together, stayed close friends forever, and will be forever. We always try at least once a year to get together for a hunt.
Let's kind of ease up there though and listen.
Randy and I grew up in a small town in Minnesota. We had all of 500 people in our town when we were growing up. And Randy and I have known each other since we were literally born.
I think with that water hole right down there, they're using this ridge. They got feed out there, bedding cover here, and water down there. He's not too far away.
My day-to-day life is just so busy and cell phones and this, that, and the other thing. These chances to come out to a place I've never been before, which this falls in that category, to hunt with friends that I haven't seen in a long time, that's what this is all about. This is, for me, solace.
You see, there's quite a bit of this foothill, northern side, kind of darker timber. I'm thinking we maybe check that out this afternoon.
I always admire Randy's preparation on these kinds of things. You know, he's always taken a little bit extra time to get those maps, talk to people who's been there before. And a hunt like this, I get to benefit from that, but I get to learn from that as well.
If you're gonna be a do-it-yourself on your own elk hunter, this is like the promised land. Everything you see here in this wide expanse is public land. And I'm one of the lucky guys who has a tag. We're just gonna keep going basin to basin. We're on the ridge right now. We got about 4 basins we can cover here. So it's only a 6-day season. That's a tight window to make it work, but I'm feeling confident that the work we did is gonna pay off.
There's one there and one there, but we gotta get around and catch that next ridge there. There's still 400 yards over there at least. Right there. I'm gonna get right there. Come on.
You can't be calling in a situation like that. Yeah, but you've got to draw him up close. Once you started calling, he was zeroed in right here. Yep, but that was close.
I'll give you my call tomorrow and don't let me have it. Well, Jer, I can't thank you enough for coming on this hunt and calling, and it means a lot to me to have a friend like you who comes and does this stuff when you don't even have a tag.
Big bull coming in right there. Oh, big sets. There he goes.
The more important thing is going home with the memories and the pictures and just the time spent together around campfires or in the hills with these close friends of mine.
But tonight might be the night.
I'm one of the 97% who are on your own guys. Nothing wrong with the 3%, but if I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd still be an on your own, out here with my buddies on the public land, doing it by myself. It is a way of doing it that's as important to me as what you end up with at the end. We're on our own and we're dealing with cooking, cleaning, washing clothes, trying to stay somewhat clean ourselves, keep our scent down. We hunt all day, and then we got these other details at night that maybe in a guided hunt, someone's taking care of those for you. Not for us. It's a little extra work, but well worth the effort.
Once the sun gets above the horizon, we're out of luck. They're gonna see us out here. It's 2 of them. Boy, there's at least 3, there might be more.
By daylight, we are in the thick of elk. I mean, there are bugles going off everywhere.
There we go. Come on.
Pretty much want to throw my bow in the trash, stand there, kick myself, cuss myself, tell me how stupid I am. There's bulls on the next ridge. Run after them.
I'm out of water. It's already about 65 degrees, but I'm going. I'm gonna get one of these guys somehow.
I'm whooped beyond whooped. I'll be lucky if I make it back to camp.
I don't know, I'm not fast enough, I'm not tough enough. Just not good enough, I guess.
I'm not gonna mess with them up here. I'm going down to a water hole. I'm gonna rest my body, rest my mind. Maybe one will come into the water hole. If not, be back here tomorrow morning. 5 days of hunting, I got 1 day left. If I leave with my tag in my pocket, I'm gonna go home and say, you know what, I gave it my all. It was a hunt, it was great friends, great camaraderie, great bulls, great place, public land, and I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna dream about this. I'm gonna think about it for years and say, I couldn't have done anything better with those 10 days of my life. That's who I am.
There he is, right there. Come on down. Here he comes, here he comes. God dang it. Dang it. God dang it.
I was so depressed. It's hard to explain how you can go from such peaks to such valleys to such peaks. So much frustration, so much joy. You have to experience it to understand.
I think I clipped one of the arteries and he's bleeding bad, but if he's bedded down, it's gonna take him a while to expire.
here.
There's blood everywhere now. We're getting better blood. Here, here, huge pile here.
We're gonna find him up here.
Right there, right here. It's all over here. He's still bleeding really good. I think he went and bedded down there.
Yeah, that's the right answer.
I'm not messing with it.
Let's mark this spot and come back first thing in the morning. He'll be dead by then.
One of the greatest feelings of my life is right now one of the worst feelings of my life. Whether we find this bull or not, this tag is getting punched. No one will hold it against me if I sit here and stare into this fire all night wondering of the fate of my elk, will you?
It's fretting over nothing.
I hope
That
you're
elk's
right.
gonna be there. It's gonna be close to where we left it tonight.
I guess it shows, though, for me, just what the small margin for error is in archery hunting. Tonight I'm laying here and I know that I made a shot on an elk that I'm worried about. Really a good blood trail, followed it to where it went into some thick timber and left it there, but hopefully tomorrow will be the culmination of one of the greatest hunts I've ever had, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I don't know if I'll even sleep tonight. Anyone who's a hunter knows how difficult it is to wonder what's going on with an animal that you might not have had the kind of hit you wanted, so we'll see.
Well, Randy had a tough night last night, worrying a little bit all night that we wouldn't be able to find him the next morning, so that kind of put a little intensity into our work this morning.
This elk we were sure had only went over the ridge. We got there, he was not just over the ridge. Right here,
You got
here,
some? Okay.
here,
Got it?
right here on the stick.
And as we first began following the blood trail, in fact, it was a very big one. And the further we got, though, we started seeing it slow down a little bit here, a little bit there, sometimes less uphill, sometimes more downhill. As the morning wore on, it concerned all of us. I felt so terrible because I came to the conclusion that we would not find that bull. And I was right there. The words were certainly in my mouth. I hadn't spoken those words yet. Randall! Randall! He's over here. He's over here. Come here.
I felt like I was in a dream world that how could something be so terrible all of a sudden turn around and be so terrific?
Oh, man. Oh my gosh. Oh, geez.
Oh my goodness. This is the first animal I have ever taken with archery equipment. I've practiced for years and years and years, and I realized that that bull is a culmination of a lot of work, a lot of friendship, a lot of research. You know, all of those things are just making this such a special time for me. The emotions of what I'd went through in that last 16 hours was more than I could talk about. Through the help of two great friends today, this is one public land bull that, even though he's not a trophy rack, he's gonna go above him. He'll go above my mantle. I don't know what to say. I guess anyone who's been through it knows. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
This was an on-your-own experience that Randy will never forget. And his success was made more meaningful by his research, his preparation, his hard work, and of course, his backcountry miles logged. You know, the very best part of any on-your-own adventure is that it's completely accessible and completely achievable by you, the real American hunter.